What is Tantra in the context of self-realization? Like, how is this approach, the Tantric approach, used for liberation? Do you think there are a lot of dangers of misusing this path without a real teacher or guru? And have you ever met in your experience any real tantric masters or agoris who actually have practiced this for self-realization?
Yeah. So you raised a very good question, particularly relevant because in our society, East and the West, there is so much of misgiving as it comes to the word Tantra. Many people, when I engage Tantra and I go to India or Nepal and they're horrified, oh, this man can do magic or something. And in the West, there is such a deep connotation with some sex cults or rites, and then they simply put the word Tantra for anything they want to do, debauchery, like whatever the drinks or eat, whatever lawlessness, anarchy, chaos. So what Tantra is, we have to go back to the foundation. Am I rejecting everything that is happening in the name of Tantra? No. I mean, these particularly later Tantras, but there are some remnants of Tantra from the beginning that incorporated magical things. But what happened is people took that 1% of what they wanted and gave up that 99% of the whole shastric, the disciplinary approach. So we have 92 agamas. Mm-hmm. All these agamas are the foundation that we call Tantra, broadly speaking. And these are the disciplines for training people towards self-realization. These are the disciplines for people to train their mind to actualize reality. The agamas come with both philosophical insights and the meditative practices. Mm-hmm. So there is also theory and practice at the same time. Yes, I have met many teachers. Otherwise, I would not be defending these teachings. Like when I was 16, I met my Guruji, Prem Chaitanya Brahmachari, and I met many other teachers in his guidance, and I lived with him more or less closely, but not living in the same house. But I lived under his guidance for more than 14 years, getting training. And so what I felt is this is a rigorous training of the mind. And are there pitfalls? Yes, of course. And are there false expectations? Many people who are not trained for what it is for, towards self-realization, they have all the false expectations from Tantra. If I get this mantra, I'll do something else. I'll make the deity come and God knows whatever, So because in Tantras, there are these passages that epitomize this mundane, exercises, achievements, goals. Right. But they came in a broader text of realization, and they are not rejecting the power. So let me go back to one simple example of electricity, power, energy. You can use that energy for God knows how many different things. The light, this microphone for the sound, the heater, the cooler, the AC, the cooker. So many different ways we are able to use that energy. But what is energy as such? It can manifest in whatever the form you so desire. What is power as such? Power is dangerous because many powerful people do a lot of harmful things. Right. But it is wrong to say that power is inherently dangerous, because only with power that you can make a difference. Even the speech of the great sages is power. They have the power to make a difference just by speaking something. So therefore there are many forms of power. The best form of power is the speech itself. You say something and then people think twice. You bring people to a rationality, to make them think in their own insight, in the heart, to question the ways they were raised to believe in. So this is also power. When I'm teaching my students, that's also power. Mm-hmm. So power is not just a brute force, to impose something, to kill somebody. That's not power. That's the corrupt form of power. So what it is now then, what Tantra does is it allows you to recognize that you are powerful. Because mostly what is happening is we are telling people that you are a sinner. We are telling people you cannot do anything. You are making people handicapped, not telling them that you actually can do. And we are telling people these are the ways to do things. We are not teaching them the freedom, the philosophy of freedom. And so therefore, what is happening is we are imposing all the rules so the social norms can be working. And why we are imposing these rules? So the society is governed by some people assuming power. If we give back this power to every individual, what would that society be like? Every individual would feel empowered. That is our philosophy. We want every subject to feel that whatever the power that person at the center feels, that same power resides in the heart of that subject, subaltern, downtrodden, domesticated, abused, subjugated. And therefore, because everybody is Shiva.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody has the same power. You see? So therefore, what Tantra teaches, it's very liberating. What Tantra teaches, it allows you to recognize your role in your society. Because it's not saying run away from your role. It's not saying the world doesn't matter. It's saying the world does matter. Your presence in this time and space does matter. Because only when you embrace your role, you can recognize yourself as Shiva. As long as you are not willing to embrace your role in the world, you are running away even from your finite being. There is no hope of you to recognize yourself as the infinite boundless Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah, that's very clear.
Yeah.
That's a very good definition of Tantra, because I think even in India, and of course, especially the West, it is very misunderstood. So that is very important.